Okay, guys, who is ready to watch DSPGaming basically become a raging hypocrite? Are you guys ready? I know I am. 3, 2, 1.
Story because that's the news today. Are you ready for this one? Because I don't think you're going to like this one.
Oh, tell it to me, Phil. Tell it to me, Phil. What is it you're going to be telling us?
Ready?
I'm ready, boy. Ready. Give it
Epic
to me.
Games has laid off over 1,000 employees overnight and has announced that 3 Fortnite modes are going to shut down permanently, including Rocket Racing, which literally is a ripoff of Rocket League.
Did Phil ever play Rocket League? I'm just curious.
Ballistic, and the Festival Battle Stage. Okay? So here's the actual notice.
Okay, so before Phil gets into this, there you go. I don't take pleasure when a business, has difficulties like what it sounds like Fortnite is having. The main reason I'm not rubbing it in or having any kind of like reveling in it is because I look at it as a realist. I look at it as a realist. Every a fall is the natural outcome to becoming really popular. You can't always stay up here forever. There is bound to be a time that you're going to head up here, and then the only natural direction it is down. It is down. I've seen this happen to people. I've seen this happen to businesses. I've seen this happen to trends. It's a natural outcome. It's a natural outcome. Nobody should be like mad or anything. This is just the natural outcome. Yeah, let's just continue.
Today we're laying off over 1,000 employees. I'm sorry we're here again. The downturn in Fortnite engagement that started in 2025 means we're spending significantly more than we're making, and we have to make major cuts to keep the company funded. This layoff...
Okay, now right there, it sounds pretty natural. Hey, we're spending too much. We have to cut back. I don't even have a business degree like this guy. And it seems to be like that makes kind of sense. Yeah, you got to stop the hemorrhaging. You got to look at the stuff that's causing the hemorrhaging.
Together with over $500 million of identified cost savings in contracting, marketing, and closing some open roles, puts us in a more stable space. So now I want you to think about this.
Okay, Phil, let's think about it. What does Mr. Business degree have to say about this?
Okay? Epic Games comes out with the most lucky venture ever in the history of gaming. They took a game that was supposed to be a tower defense game against zombies, and instead of releasing it, last minute, they make a course correction, and they decide to copy an already existing successful genre and turn it into a battle royale game instead. They throw away the zombies, they throw away the tower defense, and instead they make a cartoony construction / battle royale game. It completely blows up culturally. It becomes a phenomenon across the planet.
Okay, I don't really see what the problem is here, Phil. What exactly is the problem here? Businesses, do course corrections all the time. The minute that they get ready to roll out something, they sometimes they're like, you know what? I don't think that this is going to, this is going to work. Let's put it back into the oven for a little while longer to see what see what comes out. I don't see what the problem is right now.
Most profitable game, humongous hit. It's all over the place, right? So,
Right.
what do? They take all this money they're making and they start their own video game delivery service with the Epic Games Store, right?
Okay, yeah.
They expand. They get all the IPs. Every single intellectual property is now in Fortnite.
Once again, I don't see what the problem is. If you want to make money, you have to spend money. I am a major fan of Transformers, as you all know. And Transformers, one of the ways that they have been expanding over the last decade is that they've been doing collaborations. Every year they do a new collaboration. They've done a collaboration with Back to the Future. They've done a collaboration with Top Gun. They've done a collaboration with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They've done a collaboration with Jurassic Park. They've done a collaboration with, let's see here, Street Fighter. Early on, they did a collaboration with Street Fighter. let's see here. What are some of the newer ones that they've done? Oh, that just recently they did a collaboration with the soccer. I think it's the soccer league or whatever it's called, and the NFL. This is nothing new, Phil. If you want to make money, if you want to pull in new audiences, you have to kind of reach out and do these kind of crossovers or whatever you would like to call them. I've heard the term collaboration also thrown out.
They create a million kinds of things in Fortnite. Fortnite, right? Fortnite becomes so big, you have an entire culture of online gamers who only talk about, stream, and play Fortnite. There's actual online courses teaching you how to become a full-time online Fortnite streamer as a career.
Okay, normally I would look, if this was like anybody else, I would kind of give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'd still look it up. DSPGaming has a very clear history of lying. So whatever Phil says here, take it with a grain of salt. Just take it with a grain of salt. Even if you don't feel like researching it, like I don't feel like doing it right now because I just got home from work a little bit ago. I'm tired. I just look at the fact that Phil Burnell is a liar. So you really got to take everything he says with a grain of salt.
I'm not joking. All of this happened. Okay?
Okay, Phil, everything happened. Everything happened.
Now, maybe for those of us who were very young, they thought, wow, this is life now. This will be forever. We now have Fortnite as part of human existence.
I don't think anyone ever thought like that. Do I think that a lot of people think, hey, this is going to be a long-term thing, maybe 5, 10, 15 years? Yeah, I think that maybe people thought, this has some legs to last a few years. Did anybody ever go, this is part of humanity now, or human history, whatever the fuck it was that Phil said? No. No, nobody thinks like that. Phil thinks like that.
And it will always be culturally relevant.
You know what else was culturally relevant 15 years ago? Call of Duty. Look where that is now. It's like I said, everything that hits, everything that comes up here ultimately has to go down. This is that point now of Fortnite. I'm not saying this like, ha 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 ha, Fortnite, you piece of shit. Ha ha ha. I'm glad. No, I'm not. I'm just looking at it as a realist. If you want a good example of something that hit up here and it's already down here, DSPGaming. The only thing is Phil doesn't realize he's already down here. He hit up here like, what was it, 2010, 2011? And then, if anything, his decline was a hell of a lot quicker than Fortnite's.
For the rest of us who've been around a little longer, we realize that these kind of trends happen all the time. That, yes, you'll get something that blows up and is culturally relevant for a while, but nothing lasts forever, right? Success is fleeting. And therefore, when you have success, you must be planning for the future and realize.
I think that's what Epic, I think Epic's the one that made Fortnite, or, whatever. I think that's what the developers of Fortnite did by doing these collaborations, these crossovers, these events, whatever you like to call them. I think that's what they were doing. They were trying to ensure for the future, because I think ultimately they didn't have all these collaborations and they didn't have these events. It would have probably gone the same way as like, oh God, PUBG. I know people still play PUBG, but is PUBG as, is it still as major as it is, was when it first launched? I don't think it is.
That the one thing that's good today will not be good in 5 years, 10 years. It will eventually die out, peter out, and you have to adjust for that. Okay?
Okay, I find this to be grand coming from the guy who refuses to do anything that his audience wants him to do. Hey Phil, you got those new microphones and you got a selfie stick. Hey Phil, are you gonna go do a IRL stream? No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Okay, Phil, can you do some awesome cooking video? No, I'm not gonna do that. This is the guy who is talking that other businesses are not adjusting for their future. Oh yeah, by the way, those mics that Phil got and that selfie stick, never going to use them. Never going to use them. He got that because he just wanted to waste money. And that's what he did. He wanted to waste money. He wasted money. Remember Phil said that he was going to do an IRL stream where he could walk to the mailbox? Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Epic Games didn't do that. Epic Games said Fortnite, 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 Fortnite. They never thought to themselves, gee, maybe one day Fortnite won't be popular. And so what we should do is make more games, put our money into other ventures, do other things. They just said Fortnite, Fortnite.
How do you know they didn't, Phil? Are you in their portfolio? Do you know what they're doing? Or is this just another issue of Phil finding something on Twitter and reading it? Oh, and by the way, for somebody who claims that he doesn't like to step on people when they're down, he doesn't like to punch down and be mean to people, this sure sounds like Phil punching down. This sure sounds like Phil stepping on people, doesn't it? Phil loves to rub it in people's faces when they're failing. This is how he is.
Fortnite. They overexpanded. They overspent. They kept making new modes, new.
Oh my God. Oh my God. A business trying to expand upon something to generate more money? Oh my gosh. Who would have thought that they would do something like that? Oh my God. It's almost like they're a business.
Events. And although Fortnite did overstay its welcome.
Overstay according to who, Phil? According to you? I'm sorry, but this is the same guy who thought Duke Nukem Forever was a good game. Are you really going to take the word of somebody who thought Duke Nukem Forever was a good game? Are you going to actually take his word as serious?
As culturally relevant, the writing was on the wall that eventually it would not be. Today is the day that Fortnite is not culturally relevant. It's only relevant amongst the group of people who blew up in that sphere. Most people today do not talk about Fortnite. There are a couple million.
I'm curious. I probably don't have it signed in. Okay, here, let's do it this way. Here, let me pull it up. I'll have to go on my normal internet profile. Let's go to Twitch. Or not Twitch. Well, we could go to Twitch also, but let's go to Twitter first. Twitter. Where the fuck is Twitter? There it is. Okay. Okay. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Okay, I'm just seeing here. Is there a way to actually... Is there actually a way to see, like, how many people are talking about something? Latest... I wish it would say, like, how many, like, articles there are, you know? Well, we just have a thing from, we have a thing 28 seconds ago. I know you can't really see it. So people are still talking about it. So Phil is making it sound like that, you know, Fortnite is already dead and everything. We got one from 31 seconds ago. This person, you know, is showing this video. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, can anybody tell me a project that Phil did that does not involve eating food from 9 years ago that is still going on? Please, can anybody tell me a project that Phil did that, you know, is still relevant besides him eating food that he started nearly 10 years ago? Oh, I'll wait. Okay, let's go to Twitch. Let's see here. How many people are playing Fortnite? I wish it would actually say, let's see here. Well, according to this, Fortnite has 6.3 million followers. And let's see here. I wish it would say like how many people are online. We got a lot of live channels and everything. Okay, Lego Fortnite Odyssey has 54. Okay, Fortnite itself. Right now, they have 59.8 thousand viewers right now. That's just right now. Can anybody tell me the last time Phil had 10,000 viewers watching him? And this is the guy who basically acts like he is some sort of business guru and everything. You're not, Phil. You're not a guru.
That probably follow it, engage it, care about the events in it, the seasons, etc. But admittedly, even just with this news here, that crowd is dwindling. It's on a downward trend. People who used to stream Fortnite full time don't even like Fortnite anymore.
Who? Can you give one name of a person who, let's say, who just stopped? Let's say life. Something happened in their life. They just can't do it anymore. They can't stream all the time. Can you name somebody who literally used to be a popular streamer for Fortnite and literally come back and go, "No, I fucking hate this game. I hate this game a lot. Ooh, I hate Fortnite." Can you name somebody, Phil? Because you're just talking out of your ass right now.
And are saying we don't know what to do with our time because we don't like the new seasons. They're uninspired. They're not interesting. Just like anything. How long do you think this game is going to stay relevant? It's not. There is no game upon itself that will stay relevant for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? Like, then it becomes a meme.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Phil was talking about himself there for a moment.
So, Epic Games did absolutely nothing to become relevant outside of Fortnite.
This argument can be used with Phil also. Hey, Phil, with the exception of eating food and begging, have you done anything to become relevant outside of what you're known for? Are you doing oh god, what are they called? Marathon streams where all proceeds go to an honorable cause. Let's say like like say battered woman shelters. Are you doing a marathon, something like that? No. Oh, gee, well, wow. Hey, Phil, are you giving away items right now? You're Mr. Big Shot. You're Mr. I'm a success now. Clearly, you would like to, kind of spread the wealth around and help raise some people that may be having issues. Oh, that's right, Phil. You're not going to. This is what Phil does. He acts like he is Mr. Nice Guy, like I'm your friend, while simultaneously just stomping on everybody. This is how he is.
So here they are about 10 years later, because I think it's been 9 years the game's been out now, 9 or 10. We're about the decade point at this point. And
lip smack.
Basically now, they're not making money anymore.
Oh my God. It's like almost like what I kind of talked about, how, every business actually, hits that point where they stop becoming just, profitable. There's that time when that business ultimately starts to fail. And Phil is treating this like, oh my God, it's a big thing. Ha ha ha, I'm going to point and laugh. Ha ha. This is nothing new. It's gone on through the years. I've seen this so many times with businesses. In the I think it was like early 1990s or late 1980s, there was a cookie. Here. Yes, this fat fuck that I am, I'm going to be talking about cookies. Hold on, That's right. Oh, Jeff, you're talking about food. Why are you talking about food, Jeff? You should be talking because I like food and I can afford food and I don't have to beg for money to buy food. Okay. There used to be a company here. Let's see here. Oh God, what's it called? Giggles release date. Oh, I better Giggles cookies. If you don't know what Giggles cookies were, these were the freaking bomb. 1986. I thought it was later than that. Okay, 1998 Giggles cookies here. I hate it when this is. Okay, Giggles cookies were introduced by Nabisco in 1986. They were popular in the 80s. However, they were discontinued by the early 2000s. No, they were gone way before that. When did Giggles cookies discontinue? 20? No, they did not. They did not, because if they were still in stores, I'd still be buying them, and I'd be even fatter. I'd be fucking fatter because I could afford them, and I don't have to beg for money for them. So, yeah. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is basically things just, it is a natural outcome to every business. Nothing ever stays at the top. They may have a slower decline than other businesses, but everything ultimately comes to an end.
Spending more than they're making. So what do? Do they say, well, let's take a look. I think the problem here is that the management didn't see what was coming, the writing on the wall. Therefore, let's gut the management. Let's fire all the managers who didn't know what they were doing, all the people at the top who didn't plan for this. Let's keep the talented engineers, developers, and people under our wing because they're the ones who are going to make the future products that are going to make us money. And let's fire the upper echelon of management who made the wrong decisions, mismanaged the company, and put us in the situation we're in. That's what happened today, right? No. The management keep their jobs.
Yeah. Am I the only one who gets a laugh out of the fact that Phil is talking about how a business should run itself when Phil moved debt from one credit card to another credit card to another credit card to another credit card to another credit card with no end game in sight? He just kept thinking, you know what, I'll just apply for another credit card and I'll just move all that debt from the previous credit card onto the next card. I'm going to do it forever. Do you want to take that kind of business ideology from this guy? Oh, by the way, this is the guy who also crapped on his business partners in Project 7. DSPGaming is not the type of person that should be giving business advice to anyone. He just isn't.
And the management get rid of over 1,000 employees who work hard. Does that seem to make sense? Did those 1,000 employees do the wrong thing and deserve to lose their jobs? Or were the people in charge the ones who did the wrong things and deserve to lose their jobs?
Oh, God, here he is with that fucking sanctimonious little face he makes. Ultimately, as much as it sucks, that's the way it is with every business. They're always going to fire the foot soldiers first. That's the way it always is. I hate to say it, but no matter what, the top is always going to look out for itself. You think that they're like, you know what, our company's failing. I'll take them. I'll quit and I'll take a major hit to my wallet. No, they're going to fire everybody else before it actually comes back to them. That's just the way the business world is.
Isn't it ass backward how all this works?
Isn't it kind of ass backwards how you feel that it's okay to beg people for money and call it a business?
So here we go. Some of the challenges we're facing are industry-wide challenges. Slower growth, weaker spending, and tougher cost economics. Current consoles selling less than last generations, and games competing for time against other increasingly engaging forms of entertainment. Wrong.
Oh, I didn't know you were in the oh God, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like where they go to have their meetings in the corporate office. I didn't know you were in the boardroom. You're in the boardroom, Phil. Do you actually know what is going on behind those closed doors? Is there something you're not telling us, Phil? Are you actually Mr. Big Time?
Wrong. That entire paragraph is wrong. Okay? Here's the challenge you're facing. Complete lack of innovation.
Oh God, Phil talking DSPGaming talking about people not being being innovative. When was the last time you were innovative, Phil? Seriously, this is a serious question. And no, I'm not talking about some pussy ass RGBs. I'm not talking about that snort microphone you have, Phil. When have you actually been innovative? When have you actually done something to make your product better? And no, I'm not talking about computers and shit. Do an IRL stream. Do something that is actually different for what you do. The last time Phil was actually innovative at all, and actually it wasn't even really his doing, it's because he saw the writing on the wall and the money was going to stop coming, was when he finally adopted capture cards. That's when the last time he actually did anything to improve his content.
Complete lack of foresight and complete lack of intelligence.
Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. Can you tell us how having to declare bankruptcy was a big brain move?
That's what you're lacking. These are not your challenges here. Your challenge is that you're a moron. Person who's writing this, I believe
Oh, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP Gaming. He doesn't have to walk on people to get where he is. He doesn't have to bring people down. He's Mr. Positivity. Hell, that's what he likes to talk about. Everything's positive. Everything's chill. This doesn't sound like positive or chill, does it?
It's Tim Sweeney or whoever it is, you're a moron. You did not account for the fact that Fortnite would not be forever popular, and now you're failing. It has nothing to do with anything you just mentioned. Because guess what? Games are still selling. Games are still booming. Certain games are doing well.
Wait a minute. Games are selling. Games are booming. Certain games are doing well. I may be mishearing what he said, but if games are booming, does that mean that everything is doing good then? And some games are doing well. This is DSP Gaming, ladies and gentlemen.
Just not you, because you're dumb.
Oh, I'm sorry, considering that whoever, this Tim Sweeney guy is, or whoever the head of Epic is, considering that they've been having a game as successful as Fortnite was for nearly 10 years before they started to have problems, can you tell us last time you had a project that pulled in, nothing but pure profits for 10 years, Phil? Oh, go ahead. Take your time. I'll wait.
Some of our challenges are unique to Epic. Despite Fortnite remaining one of the most successful games in the world, we've had challenges delivering consistent Fortnite magic with every new season. We're only in the early stages of returning to mobile and optimizing Fortnite for the world's billions of smartphones. And in being the industry's vanguard, we've taken a lot of bullets in a battle which is only in the early days of paying off for ourselves and all developers. He is so ignorant, he actually thinks he's the first person or first company to experience something that went.
Where did he say that he was the first one to experience any of that, Phil? You're putting words in his mouth. From what I literally heard Phil just read, it sounds like the guy was literally talking about, yeah, we understand we are having a down, a little bit of a downshift right now, but we are trying to basically right the ship. That's what I heard. I didn't hear him go, you know what, we're the first one to ever have these problems. Where the fuck did you get that, Phil?
Like culturally popular and then faded away after time. He actually believes that. He thinks no one's covered this ground before. There's never been a fad ever in history of humans. There's never been a fad. Since it's a thing now, I should note the layoffs aren't related to AI. To the extent it improves productivity, we want to have as many awesome developers developing great content as much as we can. What we now need to do is build awesome Fortnite experiences with fresh seasonal content, gameplay, story, and live events. Stop. Wrong.
Okay, the guy literally just laid out how they're going to try and fix the decline. Okay, Phil, how are they wrong? Let me hear this. Oh, I got to hear this.
Full stop. Wrong. You don't need to do any of that. You need to stop.
Okay, so their business is in decline, and the key is not to do anything to fix what is causing. Clearly, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I finally see DSP Gaming's his genius. This is the same guy who thought the car company was going to call him to remind him that it was time for an oil change. Why be proactive when you could just literally do nothing? You could literally just do nothing. Because proactivity is for pussies. That's literally what Phil is saying.
And understand that Fortnite is now in its swan song and is going to step off into the sunset. And within the next 5 years, Fortnite will die. Fortnite was lucky to have the level of success it ever had.
This is coming from the guy who refuses to, to do anything different. I really hope if somebody is watching this, and I doubt it, if somebody's watching this and they have the ear of the higher ups of Epic, please send them to this video. Send them to my lowly little video. I gotta tell them, okay, this guy here, this dumb fuck that is talking DSP Gaming, don't listen to him. Don't believe a damn thing he says. This guy is a habitual jealousy little prick. He wants you to fail. That way he can just make more videos off him and go, you failed. That's all this guy is. Do not take any advice from this guy. Don't. Anything that you do would be a lot better than doing what he says, which is basically not to do anything. This guy here has failed in every venture he has ever done. Do not take what this guy says serious.
Was the exception to the rule. It was a lucky shot in the dark for your company. You should be grateful you had the level of success you had. It's time to wake up, okay? The bubble has burst. The days of milk and honey are over. You now need to...
It's kind of funny. Phil's days of milk and honey have burst, and he continues to try to cling to it. So it's okay for Phil to try and keep being relevant when he's not. But other businesses, they shouldn't. I love DSP's logic. By God. I wish that we could find a psychologist that could study DSP gaming. They would be made for life if they were to study DSP gaming.
Actually do something smart, intelligent, and have talent doing it. And maybe that's the problem, is that Fortnite never...
Okay, Phil, what talent do you have? Besides sitting on camera eating food, what talent do you have? If you actually had talent, you would take that I don't want to say master's, but that business degree that he has, that thing he likes to lord over people sometimes, that he claims that makes him better than other people. Why doesn't he take that into the job field and find a job? Oh, a job! Oh, it's that one thing you can't do.
Was that? Fortnite literally was, let's copy what everyone else did.
Oh my God. You know who else copied? You know who else? God, I can't even say it correctly. Okay, now I'm not a guy who follows all the trends. I'll be honest, I'm not. But wasn't PUBG, PUBG, Player Unknown PUBG or whatever it's called? They were like basically right there at the ground level of the whole. Oh God, I can't even think of the name. Oh my God, I can't even think of it right now. But didn't Fortnite copy them? Didn't Call of Duty copy them? Everybody copies something that's popular. Arena shooter, I think that's what it's called. Everybody copies something that's popular. Hell, look at Phil. He copied famous food critics on YouTube. Even though he was there in the very beginning, he stopped. And then he brought it back. To me, when he stopped, that was it. It wasn't until Phil started seeing people eating food, he's like, I can do that. The problem is, Phil is no review bro, or the report of the week, or review bra, you know. Phil will copy everything he thinks he can if he can get a couple shekels from it. Shillings, shekels.
And just tape it together. Let's take the crafting mechanics of a game like Minecraft. Let's take the battle royale of a game like DayZ, and let's put it with cartoony things that look like Overwatch, and let's tape them all together and produce it as like it's an original product when all you did was you stole other people's ideas.
Phil, everybody steals from everybody. Phil, you steal from everybody every day. You steal the concept of reading the news online. You steal the concept of, you know, that you're a master game player. You steal the idea when you eat food. You're not perfect, Phil.
You taped it together and you got lucky. And now what we need to do is focus on Fortnite. You're a fucking idiot. You've actually proven right now with that one statement, you don't deserve to run Epic Games. You're an idiot. You already...
Oh my God. He is Chris Channing right now. He is fucking Chris Channing. Holy shit. All we need to do is give this guy a fucking pair of breast implants, female hormones, a goddamn rainbow-colored wig, and we would have Chris Chan 2.0.
Had your success with Fortnite. The question is, what is next? Not what was the past and what will continue. What is next?
What is next, Phil? What is next? What are you going to do to elevate your product? Everybody should ask him that literally when he does his next stream. Okay, Phil, what is next? What are you going to do to elevate your product? Guess what he'll do? He'll block you because he thinks he's fucking perfect.
For your company. Because if you keep focusing on the thing that was lucky, you will not exist. You will go out of business. You will go from one of the biggest gaming companies in history because of a viral hit to nothing. A footnote on a fucking textbook page in the history of video games.
Funny, I think that's Phil describing himself right now. Oh, that's right. This is projection. This is projection, pure and simple.
Because you're so dumb, you're squandering your chance to do something relevant again.
Oh, kind of like how you squandered your chance when you were working with Kino Casino, Phil. When they were throwing you idea after idea after idea after idea after idea to try and help revitalize your fucked up YouTube channel, and you didn't want to do anything. This is the guy who is telling people that they should be, elevating themselves and revolutionating or whatever their product. He refuses to do anything that people suggest. Yeah, he expects other people to do everything that he tells them. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, Phil.
Good Lord. How dumb can you be? Is every person in charge of a game company this stupid? It seems like it. Every time you read the statement from Yves Guillemot or Phil Spencer or now this guy, I believe this is Tim Sweeney, it's the dumbest stuff you've ever read in your life. Now listen to this. This isn't our first time being here. Epic survived upheavals in 1990s with the move from 2D to 3D with Unreal 1. In the 2000s, building console games with Gears of War. And in 2012, moving to online gaming with Paragon and Fortnite. So why don't you understand that you need to move on? You literally just mentioned 3 situations.
Okay, Phil, why haven't you moved on? Seriously, though, I'm legitimately asking you right now, Phil, why haven't you moved on? Okay, I'm just going to kind of fast forward it because this is basically... let's go right here.
Says, do you think Fortnite got too cocky? Now they're paying for it. Here's what they did. They got too complacent.
I present to you evidence number 1 or whatever you call it. Phil got complacent. That's why he is now stuck begging for money on a daily basis. He got complacent when people offered him a chance to step up. He fucking thumbed his nose at them and acted like he knew better.
The top of the world, and rather than saying, okay, success is fleeting, we know we won't be here forever, what do we do to future-proof? What do we have cooking next down the pipeline that's not Fortnite? So when Fortnite finally does start to ride into the sunset, because it's going to get sunsetted eventually, it's not going to be popular forever, we have the next big thing. They literally didn't do that at all. They just said Fortnite, 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 and even now, we're laying off 1,000 employees, so what's best for our company? What's going to fix this? Fortnite, Fortnite, Fortnite. That's the dumbest thinking I've ever heard, and this guy's in charge of the company. Yikes. What's up, Filipino? How you doing, man? Complacency is the most common denominator with dying businesses. I will have to agree. If you become complacent and you become set in your ways and you refuse to innovate and you refuse to improve and you refuse to change and you refuse to do new things and to try new...
Oh my God. Listen to Mr. Hypocrite over here. This guy hasn't had an original idea in 10 plus years. When he could do something that could be seen as revolutionary for his channel, IRL streams, he refuses to. Yet we're supposed to think that this guy is an expert on how to run a business when he himself refuses to elevate himself.
Ventures and to venture out and do innovation and fun. If you don't take feedback, if you don't listen to feedback, if you don't listen to the customer base, you will fail. 10 times out of 10. I learned that the hard way over the years. Being stubborn and not listening and not...
You still don't listen, Phil. You still don't listen. People are literally telling you, Phil, we want to see IRL streams. We want to see you go to the zoo. We want to see you do this. We want to see you do... No. And it isn't even like him, like, guys, I don't want to do that. It's more like a stubborn child. No. That's what it's like with this guy. He's a child. He's a child, and he's fucking blind to the fact that he is projecting right now.
taking in any constructive criticism and just being a jerk saying my shit doesn't stink, I know better than you, it doesn't work. You have to listen. You have to try new things. Right now, I'm probably at the point in my career where I'm the most receptive to suggest.
Oh, bull fucking shit! Bull fucking shit! He's at the point he's the most. What the fuck? If he was literally at the point he was most receptive, everybody who he's talked to over the years, Asmongold, Gold, Kino Casino, side scrollers, bro side, he would literally have a little notebook writing everything down what they're telling him. He's most receptive. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking con artist.
You guys suggest games. You guys suggest different things to do. I always want to hear your feedback because that's just going to help me to improve, right? That's going to help us do fun stuff together and keep being relevant for an audience that then rewards me with the attendance, engagement, and support that keeps.
Oh my God. They really should just start fucking nailing this guy on every goddamn stream. IRL stream, IRL stream, IRL stream, and watch what he says. I'm the most receptive right now. Phil, can you do an IRL stream? No! 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 Yeah, he's the most receptive he's ever been. You're fucking lying, Phil.
He's successful. Relevancy breeds success. Fortnite is becoming completely irrelevant. No one cares that much about it.
Oh, by the way, tell us, Phil, how you are a nice guy that you don't need to step all over people to get where you are.
Anymore, besides those who are so engrossed in that sphere, that bubble, everyone else is like moving on to other things. How they don't see it, I don't get it, because they're living in the bubble, I guess, right? Tim Sweeney lives in the bubble of Fortnite and doesn't understand. No one's really talking about Fortnite besides people who just play Fortnite all the time. They've all moved on to other stuff. Fortnite is even the streamers don't like the game anymore. Are saying
name streamers. Name streamers. This is why whenever Phil makes these claims, there are people who are saying it. Who is saying it, Phil? You need to constantly hold his ass to the fire. Because that's what he does. He will make these accusations and nobody has the fucking balls to call him out on it.
We hate the new seasons. We hate all this. So the people who made you popular don't want to play your game anymore. You got an issue. Abdullah, thank you for 32 months as an Ultra member. He says Fortnite and LTG have something in common. Well, I don't know what you mean about that particularly, but I appreciate you supporting the channel for 32 months. Thank you for that.
Wow, that fucktard has been supporting Phil for 32 months. God damn. God damn. There are people actually stupider than Phil is. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Sway Crab, how are you? Okay. All right, guys, I think we will end the morning.
Okay, so that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, the level of projection was just off the goddamn scales. The guy actually thinks that he is a success when he hasn't done anything to actually bring his product into the new millennium, basically. And whenever he does something, it isn't to actually make the product better. It's simply because he's chasing whatever the next fad is. I can't make this shit up. See you all later. Peace out.